Today we're going to talk about teaching your child, young adult, tools on strategies on how they can start living independently. The first thing we're going to look into is, do they understand safety? Do they understand where it is that when they go into the home, how to lock the doors, and how not to answer the door to strangers? Do they understand the rules of living in a household, like using the stove or not making sure that fluid or liquid is next to electricity? First, we have to go through safety first. Then we have to figure out, are they able to use these strategies and tools that you're going to set up for them so they can live by themselves? The second thing we want to find out is, do they understand personal hygiene? Personal hygiene is one of the most important things to living by yourself. They have to have a routine in which when they get up in the morning, are they taking a shower, brushing their teeth, finding their clothes? Are they able to take care of themselves where no other support is being needed? Or if support is being needed, that support is minimal. So we want to make sure we go over safety. We also want to make sure we go over personal hygiene. Another thing we want to make sure that we go over is learning how to use finances. Can they budget an account? Do they understand money? Do they understand the concept of money and spending it? What does dollars and cents look like? To be part of the independent crew, I like to say, to be part of those that live independent, they have to understand finances. They should understand safety. They also need to understand what to do in case of an emergency. So I know getting your child, young adult, ready to live by themselves is a scary thing. But if we start as autism parents from a young age, I'm talking about now, yes, now. If we start preparing them to do things independently, like making a meal, like pretending you're not in the house, what would they do? Setting them up with the tools and strategies early so that when given opportunity to be by themselves, they will be okay. That's what our goal is. That's what our goals are as autism parents. And I know parents out there are saying, well, we have the same goals. Absolutely, you have the same goals. Unfortunately, we have to work a little more with it. We have to put in more time. We have to do a lot more repetition, a lot more consistency in order to reach independence, in order to reach success of those areas. So start putting in those work now, because these are the different areas, and there are a few more areas, but today I just wanted to touch 3 areas in which you're going to cover into finding and getting your child ready, young adult ready for living by themselves. The next thing you're going to try and figure out is housing. How do I get a place for them where they're going to be able to afford living by themselves? Do they have Social Security? Are they receiving funds from the state or the government? Or do they have a job? Are they able to go out there, work a job where they're bringing in basic income? I know some of you guys see The Doctor, the show where he works as a surgeon, and I'm not saying all of our kids are going to be working as surgeons, but they may be working in a grocery store, or they may be working at a deli or a Starbucks where they're making things and they're earning a paycheck. That's where it comes into financing. That's where we speak about teaching them how money goes in and money comes out, or how do we pay our bills or pay our rent. Now, I'm not saying you have to go into all those specific details because it takes a while. And of course, you want to set them up with success. So I like to use visual charts, use reminders on their phones, set them up where they will be successful for living on their own. Some places and some people even have a mom and pop's house type of setting where they may live upstairs, or they may live in the basement, or they may live in a separate part in the house. But they still have their independency. I know right now Zachary is turning 12, and he's already trying to let me know that he wants to do things on his own. So what do? Instead of keeping him held back, I start teaching him as much as I can, step by step, on how to live independently. and how he can find housing or start preparing him to have housing so that he can live on his own as he gets older. That's our job. It's Dr. Ali, autism parenting strategist, author of Amazing Gift, A Journey to Autism Acceptance, and most importantly, I'm an autism mom just like you, an amazing mom. So let's go out there and work on teaching our kids independence, young adults, teaching them getting ready for living on their own and finding housing support for them so that they can be independent and the best person, best productive person in the society as they are intended to be. Love y'all and catch y'all next time. Bye.